How you guys and girls doing today, y'all? It's the Finance Man here. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about everything from crypto to real estate to stocks, you name it. As I always say, y'all, make sure to hit those buttons down below if you enjoy this content. I appreciate and I love y'all. And of course, I got some things down in the description below if you want some free stocks. Check it out. I'm hooking y'all up because I love y'all. But with that being said, y'all, let's get into the news for today. So we head on over to Luna's Twitter, and as we can see, just a couple of hours ago, they had announced from their LFG, the Luna Foundation Guard page, about how much they actually have left in the reserves when it comes to their assets. So as you can see, 80,394 BTC, 39,000, almost 40,000 BNB, and it goes all the way down from USDT all the way down to Luna. They go on and pretty much, we're not going to read all of this, but what it means is that, long story short, they fucked up. Long story short, y'all, they used this money in order to try to buy back UST when it started dipping, and they pretty much fucked themselves over. You know, they were meant to have enough, and the main thing that we were looking forward to, right, especially the news we wanted, was they had enough in the reserves to be able to do a huge buyback and burn. But the way it's looking like right now, that's probably getting less and less likely because they simply do not have the means to do a huge buyback and burn all of those tokens. But we do have some things coming from the CEO Duan here. You know, he said today that Terra is more than UST. And if we come down here to this thread, this long thread he has right here, this is, Terra is more than UST. And, pretty much he goes down. We're just going to go to the main thing of it is he's just talking about how, the lunatic community has been crazy and the support has been insane, but he's still pushing for another revival plan for Terra, but it's going to be a Terra 2.0. He's pretty much saying that, let's just scroll down to the bottom here so we can take a look. So this is the token distribution that he was talking about before, and this is the timeline. So look at this. Announcement out, governance proposal is out, which is going to be within 2 days. Terra core release is cut, network launch, and things like that. What's going to end up happening is that there's going to be a 2.0. He still wants to do a fork, as you can see right here. If passed, it will coordinate the network fork pursuant to the timeline below. So he wants to completely branch off, and what a fork is, man, it's like a new chain, you know what I mean? And he wants to have this original token, the one that we're holding right now, which is Luna Classic, and then the new chain called Terra. So what does this mean, y'all? Let's just break it down. Pretty much what this means, y'all, is when this proposal comes out in 2 days, it can go one way or the other. Now, like I always say, this is not financial advice and always do your own research, but it can go one way or the other. Right now, we're seeing Terra stabilize at around 3019 and 302122 and things like that. It's been stabilizing because people are trying to wait and see what's going to happen. Right now, everyone wants, well, a lot of people in the community that bought the dip, right? They want him to continue to try to bring back this token and forget the fork completely. As a matter of fact, the CEO of Binance, CZ, has been, even reacting on Twitter, saying things like shake my head and stuff like that. Travlad, big people in the crypto space are like, oh man, people are getting upset when they realize that they don't have enough money in the reserves to actually do a buyback and burn, and that he's really pushing for this fork idea. There's 2 outcomes to this, in my opinion. What I think is going to happen is either number one, on the 18th, when that vote comes out and we can make a decision as a community on what we should do, people are going to either vote for the fork, so let's just break off, start all over again. This is going to be considered Terra Legacy or whatever he decided to call it. And then, the other one's going to be the brand new Terra. And then this might be left in the pipeline. Some people are saying this might, when he branches off a new fork, he might just let this die pretty much. And it's just a cop out, a way for him to escape this token and get to the next one. Or what people want, right, is that if people are going to vote for it to not have a fork, and then he's going to have to come up with something else, and he's going to see based on the community's answers that, wow, they really want me to pump this token and bring this original token back up, to its all-time highs and back up to the glory that it once was. So we're going to have to see on the 18th what's going to happen. And depending on that vote, we could see a huge shift in the price. Like I said, right now, I don't expect, you never know, it's crypto. I mean, it could blow up overnight, who knows? But right now, the news is pretty bearish. He is really pushing for this fork. And you have to think a lot more people lost a hell of a lot of money when it comes to, when that shit tanked from $100 all the way down to less than a fraction of a penny. A lot of people lost so much money. So that vote might actually go in favor for a fork. You know what I mean? Because he's saying that you're going to get a bigger percentage if you were in and you lost versus trying to buy in when it dipped. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But as always, y'all, I will keep y'all updated on the news that comes out. And if I see any huge moves in the price or anything like that, or any, big speculations, I will let y'all know. But I hope y'all did enjoy this little update, and I will catch y'all in the next one. The Finance Man is out of here.